3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this Thursday episode of We Talk. I'm Yolanda Nal, and I will be your host for today. Sit tight. Today we are headed to the Northern Industry and Lafrenz, and we will be visiting Z's Bistro. So do stay tuned for that. But first up, we have the news. In today's news segment, we will be taking a look at the SDG goals report that was launched in Windhoek on Wednesday, together with the Bank of Namibia's governor, who made a speech and is currently traveling in the north.
It is my pleasure to officiate at the launch of the Sustainable Development Goals Indicator Framework and Data Portal for Namibia to measure progress towards the 17 goals and 169 targets of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. The availability of timely and quality data impacts on the monitoring and evaluation, and therefore, government is committed to strengthen support to statistical systems in the country in order to maintain a comprehensive national indicator framework driven by specific and measurable national policy priorities. We live in a world of changes so profound and rapid that no country can stand alone. The world's interlinked threats and challenges require everyone to share the responsibility and contribute to a common vision. Hence, the adoption of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development as a framework to guide global development for the subsequent 15 years since then. The SDGs constitute the world's most ambitious set of development goals, which speak to many common concerns of countries at all levels of development, whether youth unemployment, widening inequalities, increasing natural disasters and threats from climate change, loss of biodiversity or weaknesses in social coherence, management of the state, as well as violence and conflict in different parts of the world. All these areas of concern are captured in the SDGs. It is against this background that our Vision 2030, National Development Plans, and the Harambee Prosperity Plan continue to prioritize the implementation of the targeted programs in order to enhance service delivery, contribute to economic recovery, and engender inclusive growth. The aim is to ensure that Namibia is poised to respond to domestic socio-economic challenges and global opportunities during and after the COVID-19 pandemic.
The first major periodic review, we have done it last year. I think, between February and April, we were collecting the data. And then we updated the SDG indicator frameworks in anticipation for the NDP6. So meaning that whatever we have updated, can be used to review the NDP5 and also to put it as a baseline going forward for NDP6. And then we also updated the SDG portal, meaning that we have added additional data into onto the portal for those who want to view how we have been performing as a country.
Allow me, I want to now make some introductory remarks about the economy. I started off by saying these are difficult times for many people. There is a perfect storm brewing in the global economy, globally and in our part of the world. So you get from time to time recessions. That's when the economy contracts. And that is caused by demand shock. Like when we had 9/11 in the US, that was, a recession caused by a demand shock. Or economies are contracting because of a supply shock. Think of when the first oil price was increased. So now we are seeing the oil price, and I'm going to give you the figures, what's happening with the oil price. Or when you have got a financial shock, like we had in 2008, 2009, when a company like Lehman Brothers went under. And remember, you have got a demand shock, you have got a financial shock, you have got a supply shock. What COVID did, COVID delivered all of those into a single package. And that's what we are seeing today. So it's not only one shock that we are dealing with. It's not a shock that has been caused by the government mismanaging the economy or us doing something irresponsible. COVID has delivered all those shocks that I'm talking about into a single package. We have got a hit from outside at this point in time. It's nothing to do how we, as Namibians, as a government, are managing the economy, or that someone has been reckless. The cost of living challenges that you are seeing today is a hit from outside. We are dealing with external shocks. We have got an exogenous shock on top of the exogenous shocks we have in the system already. So if you can understand that, I want to rebut that narrative that there is some mismanagement of the economy going on. It's not at all. So that's why I'm explaining where this is coming from. And we're going to get another shock coming again. After COVID, we thought we are out of this. We're going to get another shock that's approaching. And that is a shock that's going to introduce by tightening of financial conditions as central banks aim to contain the runaway inflation.
Ons gesels nou met Lizet Vermaak van Zet's Coffee Shop hier so in die Agra Hyper. Lizet, vertel ons, hoe het dit nou gebeur dat jy besluit het om hier so 'n koffiewinkel oop te maak?
Hoor jy, Jerien, jawel, ek was nou nie regtig lus vir dit gewees nie. Hulle het my gekontak en gevra, toe sê ek nee, ek wil nie regtig kom nie. En my man het toe hier kom inval, toe val ons maar saam met hom in. Ja, so hy doen sy vleisgoeders en ek is nou maar besig met die restaurant. Ja, hy maak allerhande lekkernye en ons probeer bietjie die restaurant bemaak.
So dit is wat ek nou hier langs aan hier gesien het.
Saam so ja.
Nou, hoe kom jy met die vleis en die koffiekroeg? Hoe kom jy dit bymekaar? Behalwe nou dat jou man jou daarbey gekry het.
Kyk, dit is eintlik werk dit nogal lekker want ons het ons nou maar 'n restaurant gedeelte wat ons buite nou jou toasties en breadjens kan iemand inkom en sê ek soek daai steak, dan maak ons nou hulle bykosse vir hulle by. So ja, dit werk nogal lekker of ons braai buite nou al ons vleisies wat ons hier het ons iemand wat buite braai ook elke dag.
Maar kan mense dit ook huis toe vat?
Hulle kan huis toe vat, hulle kan takeaways by my bestel of ek soos die besighede bel in en dan order hulle nou al hulle bestellings en ja, bel ons nou maar net en sê dit is reg.
Hoe lank is julle nou al hierso?
Ons is so 2 maande nou.
So dit is regtig nou 'n nuwe ding.
Ja, dit is nog kort.
En die sentrum se personeel wat hierso in hierdie omgewing werk, ondersteun hulle jou mooi?
Weet jy, dit is hulle doen maar nie, mense het mos ook nie geld om elke dag uit te eet. Hier is van die besighede hier om ons wat mens goed ondersteun. buitekant doen hulle ja met die braaivleis moet ek sê, ondersteun hulle ons baie goed ja. Binne is ons maar nog taamlik stil. Ons probeer nou maar soos funksies, verjaarsdagpartytjies en kitchen teas, whatever, eindjaar funksies wat ouens vra, sommer net meetings by ons kom hou, so ons adverteer so ook.
Wel, die spasie is baie mooi groot, so jy kan regtig baie mense
Ja,
hierso
mens
huisves.
kan, mens kan.
Wat sou jy sê is 'n goeie hoeveelheid mense of gaste om hier te nooi?
Weet jy, op die stadium het ons funksies van so 50 en so. Ag, jy kan seker maklik tot 70 gaan. Ons huur dan nou maar net wat ekstra nodig is, sê nou maar so stoele of wat ook al, tafels. Ja, dit is ons nogal ingerig mee. So ja, jy kan nogal 'n lekker groot funksie hier hou. Ons huur maar net ekstra wat mens nodig het.
Wat is jou agtergrond? Hoe het jy nou hierso in 'n koffiekroeg beland?
Ek het saam met my suster bietjie begin by Blueberry daar by Ferreira's Garden Center. Was ek saam met haar gewees en toe is ek bietjie by Ouas Hills gewees. Die voete was ook maar net bietjie dink ek stil daarso. So ja, nou maar kyk ek kom ook maar van 'n plaas af, het gewerk daar, geboer al die jare en ja, toe ons so hiernatoe kom het ons nou maar probeer iets anders doen, toe ons so in Windhoek land.
Wat anders doen julle?
Jong, ek en Briek is eintlik baie kreatief, my man. So ons doen houtwerk ook. Ons maak baie mooi meubels uit hout en uit nie regtig sleepers nie, maar hierdie ou verweerde houte. En ja, ons maak van 'n eetkamerstel tot ingeboude kaste. Ons doen TV-kaste, beddekassies. Ja, hulle kan dit gerus ook op ons Facebookblad gaan kyk. My dogter help weer bietjie met die bemarking van dit, want daar het ons weer iemand van Stampriet gekry wat al die jare op die plaas vir my gewerk het. En hy is nou weer terug in die dorp, so ons begin nou weer ernstig ons meubels ook maak.
Ek sien daarso dit sê daarso my hart is op die plaas. Ja. Dit is nou nogal 'n aanpassing van die plaas af 'n dorp toe. Hoe lank is julle al in die dorp?
Ons is seker nou al so 4 jaar hier so in Windhoek, ja.
En ten opsigte van ervaring het jy definitief genoeg in hierdie bedryf. Wat is jou gunsteling ete en iets te drinke? Want Loumerie, ons bemarker, vertel vir my, jou koffie is fantasties.
Ja, ek weet dis nogal 'n paar wat gesê het ons koffie proe eintlik half die lekkerste in Windhoek. So ek hou van my cappuccino, is my baie lekker, ja. Ek word eers wakker met my cappuccino in die oggend hier by die winkel. So ja, dis baie gewild, maar ons koffie latte is alles, ons koffies is baie gewild. Ons maak tot 'n koffie milkshake ook. So ja, nee, ons ja.
Sjoe, so die keuse is regtig wyd.
Ja.
Is die koffies vir takeaway ook?
Hier is. Hier's baie ouens wat net inkom vinnige toastie gryp in 'n koffie takeaway. So ja, ons is oop vir takeaways.
So ons het nou ons lekker koffie hierso. Dus vertel my, wat maak julle koffie so spesiaal?
Jong, dit is maar plaaslik vervaardigde koffie. Dion wat dit nou maar invoer ook sy koffies van Kenia en waar oral hulle koffies invoer. Maar wat dit lekker maak is hulle rooster dit op kameeldoring. So jy gewoonlik rooster hulle mos nou maar dit op gas, maar hierdie is op kameeldoring gerooster. So dit gee dit nogal regtig 'n unieke smaak, ja. En dan moet jou barista ook weet wat hy doen, want hulle koffies kan baie verskillend proe. Dit gaan nou net, hy moet byvoorbeeld sy koffie maak in die oggend en dit self ook proe, dat dit altyd dieselfde is. So sy eerste koppie koffie is syne in die oggende, maar ja, hulle moet weet wat hulle doen ook, dat dit sterk genoeg is en nie flou is hier in, ja.
So nou is jy ook al lekker bederf met al jou
Ek is lekker bederf met die koffie, ja,
dan wil 'n mens nêrens anders meer iets koffie drink.
Mens wil glad nie, kids koffie wil 'n mens glad nie meer doen nie, so ja. En mens kan verskriklike verskeidenheid maak van koffies, byvoorbeeld soos lattes en cappuccinos en chocochinos wat nou sê nou maar soos dis dan nou hot chocolate in hierdie koffie en so hulle leer regtig al hierdie goed doen. Ek self het nie die barista opleiding nie, maar hy het die opleiding gehad, ja. En ons maak tot 'n milkshake van ons koffies, ja, wat
nou
baie lekker is, ja.
Veral nou met die weer wat so 'n bietjie warmer is.
Ja.
Maar as jy nou 'n spesifieke dis behalwe die koffie moet kies, 'n spesifieke dis waarvoor mense regtig hiernatoe moet kom, wat sal dit wees?
Weet jy, eintlik alles op ons menus is, ek het nie 'n groot verskeidenheid nie, ek het 'n klein menu, maar dis regtig lekker ons goed en ek verkies ook om dit vars te maak nie, soos mense kan nie net, hulle kan inkom vir 'n takeaway, maar dit word vars gemaak, dit lê nie in my yskas nie, ek maak jou toastie of jou bretchen of wat. Ons chicken mayo is baie lekker, ons het schnitzels wat jy kan kom eet, beef pork en chicken schnitzels wat baie lekker is. Ons het heerlike ramps en T-bones vir die ou wat groter wil eet. En dan het ons nou maar ligte goed soos bretchens en toasties met chips en slaaie en elke dag braaivleis ook, so ja.
Jy sê nou jou spyskaart is nie groot nie, maar dit is sommer al baie goed om van te kies.
Dit is 'n verskeidenheid om van te kies, maar dis nou nie, dis nie bladsye vol sal ek sê nie, maar daar is iets vir almal. Ja. Hulle braai elke dag buite, is daar nou maar chops en wors, sosaties, beesbrisket, dit is nou nie altyd dieselfde nie. So ons probeer maar so 'n bietjie afwissel en dan is nou altyd lekker vars roosterkoek daar en hotdogs kan jy koop, so.
Nou tussen al die verskillende lekker reuke, soos die koffie en die braaivleis en die eie wat ek seker is julle ook op julle disse sit, het mense nou regtig geen verskoning om nie 'n draai hier te maak nie, want net die reuke self lok almal hiernatoe.
Ja, en ek dink dis regtig 'n behoefte in die noordelike industrieel. Die ouens moet ver ry vir 'n lekker koffie en 'n lekker ontbyt of whatever jy kan benut. Maar dan die dorp is ver van hier af. Dit is so, ons malls is maar ver van hier af. So ek dink net nie almal weet van my nog hierso nie. Dis 'n klomp besighede hierso, wat
Ja, dis nou maar early days, 2 maande. So dit kom alles met ter tyd.
Ja, ons glo so. Ons glo hulle gaan nog ons toesak.
Baie dankie vir jou tyd en hierdie heerlike koffie.
For today's recommendation, we will be heading to the Capricorn Group, and they have a great talk on the future of finance lined up in August. The Capricorn Group is hosting a talk, The Future of Finance, with mega trends that will shape the financial landscape, presented by Colin Iles. New converging technologies have opened the possibility of a financial system that is distributed and democratized, challenging the need for traditional banking. How will our financial experiences change over the next decade, and how will IT teams support this change is one of the topics that would be discussed, as well as should we expect a series of minor improvements or be preparing for fundamental shifts, and what IT skills are needed in financial institutions to address these challenges. In this session, Colin Iles will be exploring the technological and societal megatrends that have the potential to fundamentally transform the finance landscape. So join them and stretch your thinking for a world where the opportunities are truly exponential. This talk will take place on Friday, the 12th of August at the Hilton Hotel from 8:30 until 10 o'clock, and the cost is absolutely free. So join Capricorn Group and stretch your thinking for a world where the opportunities are truly exponential, but please RSVP by Tuesday, the 9th of August on their Facebook page for more information. A little bit background of the speaker. Colin Iles is of Innovation Catalyst, and he helps courageous and curious leaders find new opportunities with disruptive interventions in innovation, culture, leadership, and strategy. He also offers 21st century leadership courses, and the results can include having a purpose-driven team, a renewed passion and curiosity from your team leaders to explore new ideas that will help your organization adapt and thrive, as well as having courageous individuals who are ready to risk standing up to take the sometimes contrarian view to ensure your organization does the right thing. You can also expect inspirational outcomes and accelerated transformation. So, if you and your team is ready to take the plunge, then don't miss this event, proudly brought to you by the Capricorn Group. For today's life hack, did you know that eating only one banana in the morning can actually relieve some irritable moodiness? I think I might grab two. Next up, Jeanette Diergaard for your Flex Minute.
Bookings for Namibia Tourism Expo 2022 are open. The expo will take place from 3 to 5 November 2022 in Windhoek. To secure your booking, visit nte.nmh.com.na. And for more information on the expo, follow all Namibia Media Holdings platforms. The expo is supported by the Ministry of Environment, Tourism and Forestry, Namibia Tourism Board, FENATA, City of Windhoek, and Namibia Media Holdings. Namibia Tourism Expo, taking tourism to the regions.
Hi guys and welcome back to Flex Minutes. I'm Jeanette Diergaard, your presenter for Flex, the show, and obviously the minutes. Now today we're just going to do some stretches with our legs and for our hips. So my favorite one is the 90-degree stretch. Basically what you're doing, you have your feet stacked up, your legs stacked up in a 90-degree angle, and you're going to twist it. Okay, so that is going slow, but the idea is to continuously move your feet. And then you're going to have it like that and move it like that. So the idea is to have your legs as you twist in a 90-degree angle. So you're going to have this one 90 degree, that one 90 degree. Your back should be straight, engaging your abs. And that's what you're going to do, keeping it in place. Mobility, very important for your hips, for your groin area, and overall just to have a happier life with not too many aches and pains. But that brings us to the end of this Flex Minute. I hope to see you guys next time again.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, welcome to another exciting edition.
Well, with that, I have to say goodbye, but we will be back tomorrow with a brand new interview, and I can't wait to see where Christine Boyson is taking you. Goodbye!
On a warm summer's evening, on a train bound to nowhere, met up with a gambler, both too tired to speak. So he took turns at staring out the window at the darkness. The boredom overtook us. He began to speak. He said, son, I've made my life out of reading people's faces, knowing what the cards were by the way they held their eyes. So you don't mind me saying, I can see you're out of aces. For a taste of your whiskey, I won't give you some advice. Okay, Van Toekie, gaan ons. You gotta know where to hold on. Yeah.